Hey, check this out. You look in the mirror, and the person staring back is a stranger. And no, this isn't just about a new wrinkle or a few gray hairs. It's deeper than that. You're caught in the middle, somewhere between the person you were and the person you're trying to become. Your body is sending signals you don't even recognize. Your mind feels foggy, your energy is inconsistent, and the life that used to fit like a glove now feels tight, unfamiliar, maybe even like a cage. So what do you do when you feel that disconnect? When you feel like the world is moving and you're stuck in some strange, unspoken limbo? If you've been feeling off, overwhelmed, or quietly wondering if what you're feeling is normal, this video is for you. Today we're pulling the curtain back on the medical and emotional reality of midlife, and we're building a strategy for how to move through it with strength, compassion, and a little bit of holy grit. Because this middle passage isn't an ending, it's a turning point. And before we get into the part of midlife nobody warns you about, let me bring you into my real life today, because this reinvention isn't theoretical. It's happening in real time. Hey friend, welcome back to Ways of Change. I'm Vanessa, and this is day 63 of my overseas job hunt and midlife reinvention journey. Quick update. Today I applied for the Mission Support Division Chief position in Grafenwohr, Germany. I think that's how you pronounce it. Now, I'm also going to be honest. I did not complete my engagement hour today. And it wasn't because I was being lazy. It wasn't because I'm over it. It was because I got caught in one of those very modern, very annoying, very real life situations. Technical difficulties. Let me tell you what happened. So yesterday's video, I'm editing it. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to keep this 100-day thing going. And the internet starts acting like it has a personal problem with me. You know how you'll be in the middle of uploading or saving or rendering, and it's going smooth. And then suddenly, buffering. Little dial goes going round and round. And you try again. Error message. You refresh. Now the whole page freezes. Then it comes back and everything you just did, gone. And at first I'm trying to stay calm. I'm like, okay, Vanessa, breathe. We're not going to do the most. But after the third time, the fourth time, and it's late and your eyes are tired and your patience is on life support, suddenly it's not just about the internet anymore, is it? It's turned into this bigger thing. It turned into that voice that says, see, you can't even keep up with your own goals. You're always behind. Why are you trying to build a new life at this age? Maybe you should just stop. And I had to catch myself in that moment, because here's what midlife would do. It will take one frustrating situation and try to turn it into a full-blown identity crisis. And last night, when the Wi-Fi kept cutting out, I realized something. This reinvention journey isn't hard because I don't know what to do. It's hard because I'm doing it while navigating a body that's changing, a mind that's carrying more, and a life that has responsibilities stacked on top of dreams. And speaking of real life, today was one of those days where life didn't ask for permission. It just showed up. So I made a decision. Instead of trying to force productivity out of frustration, I chose peace. I chose rest. And I said, okay, today I'm not going to do the engagement hour. But I'm not quitting. Because I've learned that consistency is not the same as perfection. I've been thinking a lot about James Clear in Atomic Habits. That whole idea that you don't need perfection, you need a system. And one of the simplest rules that changed my mindset is this. I can miss once, but I'm not going to miss twice. Because missing once is human. Missing twice, it's the beginning of a new pattern. So yeah, today I broke the chain. But I'm not about to make that mean I'm undisciplined. I'm not about to turn one hard day into a new identity. I broke the chain and I forgave myself. And tomorrow, I'm picking it right back up. And that right there, those tiny moments where the plan gets interrupted, that's where the habits get tested. Not in the highlight reel, but in the behind the scenes. And when I'm tempted to turn a hard day into a harsh story about myself, I need something stronger than motivation. I need an anchor. Our spiritual anchor today is Proverbs 24:16, the NIV version. For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again. Not if they fall, though they fall. That means falling doesn't disqualify you. Falling is part of it. But what defines you is whether you rise again. So if today felt messy, if you slipped, if you didn't do the one thing you promised yourself, you're not done. You're just in the middle. Because rising again isn't just spiritual, it's biological too. Your body is in a season where it's asking you to pay attention, whether you feel ready or not. There's this silent epidemic unfolding in our homes, our workplaces, and our quiet moments alone. And it has a name. Midlife. It's not a sitcom punchline. It's a real health event. And the numbers are sobering. A CDC analysis using national survey data found that in 2023, about 78% of midlife adults reported at least one chronic condition. And 52% reported multiple chronic conditions, meaning the middle isn't just emotional. It's physical too. So if you've been feeling off, I need you to stop calling it laziness. Stop calling it weakness. It might be your body waving a flag, not to scare you, but to guide you. Let's talk about what shows up the most. Obesity, high cholesterol, and high blood pressure. And I want you to hear me on this. This isn't about shame. This is about awareness, because when you understand what's happening, you could stop blaming yourself for symptoms you didn't cause and start building habits that support you. Here's the truth. Midlife is when your body changes the rules. And if you keep playing by the old rules, you'll feel like you're losing. So we're not losing. We're learning the new rules. Now let's talk about what midlife feels like. The aches, the stiffness, the back pain that shows up uninvited, the brain fog that makes you question your own intelligence, the mood swings that make you feel like you're not yourself. And for women especially, the hormonal fluctuations during perimenopause can increase vulnerability to depression and anxiety symptoms. Then there's sleep. Oh my gosh. Sleep issues don't just make you tired. They make everything harder. The cravings, the inflammation, emotional reactivity, blood sugar regulation, blood pressure. And if you're sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, she's describing me, then you're exactly who this channel is for. If this episode is hitting home, go ahead and subscribe. We're building a community here for people living in the middle, trying again, pivoting again, healing again, and believing again. And if you know someone who's struggling quietly, share this with them. Sometimes naming it is the first step towards freedom. So let's get practical for a second. Midlife is not the season for punishment-based wellness. This is the season for support-based wellness. Movement is medicine, not because you're trying to look like you did at 25, but because you're trying to feel steady at 58. Think walks, light strength training, stretching, stairs, Consistency over intensity, because every time you move, you're telling your brain, we're still in this. Strategy number 2, navigate the inner world. And once you start working with your body instead of fighting it, you realize the next battlefield isn't your belly or your knees, it's your mind. Midlife can trigger regret, comparison, fear, even grief. So therapy becomes navigation, not crisis. Reflection becomes healing, not punishment, and connection becomes essential, not optional. And let me say this clearly. If you're trying to pivot your life while your health is collapsing, you're going to feel like you're failing, when really you're just under-supported. So let's build a bridge right here, because nobody puts this in the inspirational quotes. You can't outdream a depleted nervous system. You can't out-hustle inflammation. You can't boss up your way through chronic exhaustion. Reinvention requires bandwidth, not just time, not just courage, bandwidth. Because the pivot, the new job, the new city, the new identity, the new business will ask you to make decisions. It will ask you to stay consistent. It will ask you to regulate your emotions when things don't go your way. And if your baseline health is shaky, every curveball will seem like a catastrophe. So here's how we maintain our health for the pivot. Not just as a vanity project, but as pivot insurance. Number 1, health is the runway. A lot of us say, once I move, I'll get healthy. Once I get the job, I'll sleep. But that's like saying, once the plane takes off, I'll build the runway. Your health is the runway. Number 2, build a minimum baseline routine. Not a perfect routine, a baseline. Even on hard days. You can do hydration before caffeine, 10 minutes of movement, protein with your first meal, 1 nervous system reset. Number 3, track stress like you track money. Midlife will send invoices, yes? So ask, what spikes my stress? What drains me after I do it? What am I tolerating that my body is begging me to change? Number 4, plug the energy leaks. Doom scrolling, people pleasing, skipping meals, isolation, pushing through the pain. No shame, but we do have to tell the truth. Number 5, train for your next chapter. Don't just try to take care of yourself, train. Training means practice, repetition, recovery, adjustments. Trying is mood-based. Training is commitment-based. Number 6, stop being brave in unhealthy ways. Some of us are brave by ignoring symptoms, delaying checkups, wearing burnout like a badge. But the next chapter doesn't just require bravery, it requires longevity. Your body isn't collateral damage for your dreams. Your health isn't something you earn after you succeed, it's something you protect so you can sustain success when it arrives. So now that we've named what it takes to stay well enough to reinvent, let's talk about the non-negotiables that makes wellness sustainable. Our non-negotiable pillars: food, sleep, and purpose. Food, nourish the body you have now. Sleep, protect it like it's your job, because it is. And purpose, build meaning beyond old roles. Learn, serve, create. If today hit a nerve, don't just nod along, write it down, because clarity doesn't come from consuming, it comes from confronting. So get out your journals, your notes app. It's time for our journaling prompts. Prompt number 1, where have I been interpreting a setback as failure? And what would self-forgiveness look like instead? Number 2, what is my never miss twice habit? One small action I'm restarting tomorrow to rebuild momentum. 3, what is my body asking me to pay attention to in this season? And what's one supportive step I can take this week? If this episode helped you feel seen, like it, share it, and subscribe. And friend, remember, you are not behind. You are not broken. You are in the middle. And the middle is where you learn how to rise. Thanks for joining me today. I'm Vanessa, and this is Ways of Change. I'll see you tomorrow for day 64.